Hello, YouTube. I am Bruna and I am the hostess this morning. This is Talk and Talk, a conversation platform where we come to communicate in English, Spanish, French, and Italian. This is not a class, it's an immersion. So we're going to speak in English 100% of the time in this safe environment, the safe place where nobody is going to correct or to judge you. As I mentioned before, it's not a class, but if you want to take classes, you can find more information in our website, talkandtalk.com.br. And today we're going to talk about power, hierarchy and power. This is the subject. And as usual, as we always do, we're going to introduce ourselves. Today, we have like 6 of us, so I think we don't need to split when we can be here in the main room. So let's introduce ourselves. I want to start with the girl, the ladies first. Can you introduce yourself, please?
So guys, good morning. My name is Ayla. I live in Belém. I'm 46. I come from a small family. It was my mom, my little sister, and me. I married. I have a daughter. And I like to learn new things. That's why I'm here. And because I always wanted to learn another language. And so I'm here to improve my speaking and general, my English skill in general. So
okay, that's pretty good. Yes, it's always a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for coming. And let's hear from you, Pedro. What about you?
Hello, everyone. I'm Pedro. I'm 28. I'm from Poços de Caldas, but I'm living currently in Guarulhos. Today is very cold here. It's raining. What more? I have 2 brothers. I'm engaged. I love sports. And I'm doing this to, as I think everyone, to improve my English and to get better in the English. I think this is...
That's great. It's really good to have you here. And I forgot to introduce myself, so I will do it now. I live in São Paulo too, just like Pedro. And yes, the weather is not my favorite today. I like sunny days and I really miss them. I work here on Talk and Talk as a community manager, and I am a hostess here. I've been a hostess since last year in November, I think I started, but I've been here since September. It's always a pleasure to be here. Ricardo, and you, share with us who you are.
Well, my name is Ricardo and live at São Vicente. It's a small city from the south coast from São Paulo. It's the first city of Brazil. It's one of the capitanias hereditárias. And well, I'm married. I have a daughter. I have 2 cats. And well, I'm trying to learn this language because it's so hard to understand. But yeah, I'm trying one more time. That's it.
Yes, and you are trying really hard. It's really good to have you here all the mornings. Just keep working, and it's great to have you here. Luis, and you?
Good morning, all. My name is Luis. I have 28. I'm living in Minas Gerais, in a city called Martin Campos. I work with IT. I have a dog. I like to ride a bike. And that's it. It's a pleasure to be here on Talk and Talk, to improve my English, to share my ideas and listen from others. And that's it. Thank you all.
Yes, pretty good to have you here too. Thank you so much for sharing. And the last but not least, Cassiano, and you.
Yeah, so hello, good morning, guys. So I'm Jose. Actually, as I said, I'm here just to improve my English and, of course, to become more confident to talk each other. So yes, the weather it's raining a cat and dog today, and yes, I hope all of you just have a fun time.
Yes, very good. Guys, I think I'm going to split us in 2 rooms. I think it's going to work better because this is a nice subject, and I think it would be nice to if we can have more bigger chance to talk. So I'm going to split, okay? And then we're gonna start. Now we have already introduced ourselves. So in the breakout room, please be respectful. Choose someone to read the questions, or maybe you can do it together. And then we're gonna have a nice talk here. Okay, so just a minute because I'm going to split us here. And then enjoy it. And let's go. I think I will assign Cassiano as the leader in the other room, okay? Because he's in the process to be a new host. So yeah. Cassiano, please, you can do it there, okay? Let's go.
Thank you.
Okay, and I have with me Ayla and Pedro. So now that we already introduced ourselves, guys, I want to know from you if you have power. Pedro, do you think you have
first?
Power? Okay, do you okay. Ayla, do you have power?
Power. I think I only have a power over myself. So I have, for example, I have power to do my own choices, and it's important. In the moment about the politics, I think it's important to do a good choice, and because we have to do responsibility who we choose about the representatives, and I think it's very important. And about myself, I think it's important my power of choice, what I need to do for myself, and take care of myself better, and I need to think about my choice, because probably there will probably a consequence, and all my choice there will be a consequence in the future. And I think it's, for me, my main power is my choice.
I loved it. Yeah, it was really nice what you said. I was thinking here of what you said, because I feel I also have power over me, like I have power on me, but I don't know how to explain this, but like sometimes I can have power over other things if I am in a bigger group. So like, just like we could see in the video, like if you take your small power, or the chance you have to do something and you gather with other people, maybe you can create something bigger and you can change something, and like the power of the group is also something. So I'm thinking here. What do you think about it, Pedro?
Yeah, I totally agree. We can influence the group. So I think every time that you have choice to do, you have the power, because you will choose your direction, if I can say that way. You can have more power or less power, depending we are talking. For example, if I was a father, I would have power above my sons. I don't have, but I have about my own life. I have power about my fathers. about my father, but it's not a direct power. It's more like an influence. But if I say something, maybe he will listen me. So it's different. Power is a little complicated if you do to Jude, because every time I think we're thinking power as something not so good. But power in general, I think, is be able to do something. So if I can do something, I have the power to do that. I'm free to do that. I think we talk about, for example, slavery. They don't have power. They can't do nothing. It's not an option do something or so. Every time that you can do anything, you have this power to do that. You have your freedom to do that. And I can vote in my own candidate. I can change my own life. I can talk with you. I can influence your life. So I think this is power. The power to be free to do what you want.
Really difficult. Really difficult concept. You said something that I wanna kind of ask Ayla and also connect to the next one, because you said something that when you have children, you will have the power over them. It's
For
interesting.
one moment.
For a while, right?
For a
Because
while, for a period.
at some point, like after some time, they need to do what they want, so or they can do what they want. So it's like the boundaries really, or the limits really thin, right? It's really interesting. Do you think power is good or bad? It's a bad thing or a good thing?
I think power is a good thing when power there is to limitate other power. I don't know how explain well, but I think when there is a limited power, it's dangerous. In any situation, because for example, I'm a mom. So when my daughter nowadays is adult, but when she was a child or teenager, I have to education her, and I had power above her. But if you use the my power, my mom power, unlimited, it's no good. It can be traumas. I don't know. So I think it's important to have a balance. Balance any situation where there is power, and because, for example, in companies and working environment, when power is used, no limit, no limit. It's for me, it's a authoritative, authoritative. I don't know, autoritário.
Authoritative.
Yeah, authoritative, and it's no good. So for me, the good thing, the power is limit other power, and there is a balance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really hard, because I feel that like power can be good when you understand that like people don't need to do what you want, otherwise it will be authoritative, just like you said, and that's not nice. Pedro, you were saying something like about it. What's your point of view?
I think Ayla is a very smart person because every time that the point is the same. I think yes, power is something good, but when you do this for yourself and not interfering in the other lives, for example, without force, no one, without forcing the things to change. For example, you can have the power to do the things, and if you're doing for yourself without influence no one, I think, okay, this is a good thing. But when you're using the force to, when you use the power to force someone to do something, this is not so good. I think this would surpass the limit that we need to have. So I think everything in the general that is bad usual is something that's not so good. For example, candy is a thing that everyone like, but if you eat candy every day, you will have problem. Salad is good. If you eat only salad, it's not be good. So I think everything has the both sides, but power in the general is something that, in my point of opinion, is a good thing because you have or ability to do your things, but in the most of the time is used it in a bad way. So I think the people use the power to do things over the others. So they force this power. So it's because this power is not something good. When you hear about that, this person has the power. So he's an influent person. He can do things. So we don't list this so well. We think he's doing something that I don't will like. So I think in the most time people use power above the others. So this become this turn the power as something that's not so good, but in the meaning, in the in the in the initial point, I think is something good.
Yeah, it's really really hard. I was thinking here, and I want to know from you. There is that quote that like give power to people and see how they truly are. I don't know. I
Just like
forgot.
this.
Like, what do you think about it? Like, have you ever been in a powerful situation that like you needed to take hard choices, or you had the power over other people and you needed to do something maybe that you didn't like, but it was important at that moment? How was it for you?
For me,
Yes.
okay, I have power about, for example, my employees. I work in a company and I have a team. So they are my team, but they are not mine.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I got you.
I have the power above them, but they are not mine to make my own choice. I have to follow the rules. I have some script to follow. So I have power, but depends how I use this power. I can follow the rules and use this power to help them, or I can use this power to get from them something that I only want. So both are power. The power is the same, but the way I use that is different. So yes, I think I have power, and the persons perceive this, the persons know that, and sometimes they say, oh, I don't will joke with you because you have power to do something. Okay, but why I would do that? But there are persons that do. For example, you joke with someone and say, oh, I can fire you. You know that? And say, okay, it was on a joke, sorry. So yes, I had situations that I have to make difficult decisions, but every time that I need to do that, I try to be a professional way because this power is a professional power.
Mhm.
So I try to stay away from Pedro, the person, and be the professional and take the decision that is not better for only Pedro, but for the whole company. So you need to be careful about that, because this, if you can merge these two things, you will be seen as a person with use this power for bad.
Yeah, definitely. Very good. I chose this topic because I've been thinking a lot about hierarchy and I really wanted to bring it here. So I will change a little bit the question for you, Isla. I wanna know from you if you think hierarchy is necessary, like this system where there is someone who has power over other people. Do you think this is something necessary, and when?
Could you repeat the
Of
question?
course, yes. It's number 5. Is hierarchy necessary? If so, when? Hierarchy, like when we have this system where like someone has a higher position than the other, you know?
I got it. So it's difficult, but I will try. Okay. I think it's necessary when is used to organize, to manage people and the company, for example, because people need to have a leader to organize things. I think it's important because I don't work at a private companies, but I work in public sector, and there we have to I forgot the word. We have to use the organization structure, and that is coming from a leader, and there is a hierarchy, and this way I think it's good because it's necessary to work the process, you know.
Nice. So it's about the organization, right? It becomes
organization,
more organized.
And I think it's important to communication as well, because in work environment there is employees, and it's necessary there is a communication, and
I liked it. Okay, it's a tricky question, difficult, but you nailed it. So what do you think about it, Pedro? Do you think this is necessary? Do you agree with Isla?
I think it's totally necessary. I think it's about organization. The word taught a hierarchy would be a chaos. Imagine everyone doing what everyone want. Will be a chaos, chaotic, anarchy. So we have to follow rules. And these rules are built by people that we chose. So, for example, the politicians, we vote for them. They have the power to do the law, but we choose them. So they don't have power over us. For example, we talk about hierarchy. For example, in a company, I have a boss, and I'm the boss from others. But I have this because I'm being paid for that. So if I say, "Oh, I don't want more of this," I can get fired, and okay, they don't have more power about me. So I assume that I say, okay, that I don't have problem with that. I will reply for you is not correct word, but I will follow you because I'm being paid for that. I'm earning money for do that. So I'm following this. I'm choosing to do that. In the politicians, for example, we used to say politicians have power, but we choose them. They don't get there from nothing. So I think we don't have, I can think in a hierarchy that is building by force, for example. I can think in one option that they say, oh, this, for example, Cuba, let's say in another country, not in Brazil, but we all have, for example, in North Korea, a dictator. So there is a bad hierarchy. This is something forced. You can't change. You can't have option. You can. So there is a hierarchy that is bad. For example, I will leave my country. No, you don't will. Oh, but I want. Oh, no problem. You don't will, or you will die. So this is a hierarchy by force. I think in Brazil, for example, we don't have that. We have social hierarchy, but it's not the same. It's not about power. It's not about force. It's something more about social, economical, and we need to change too. But it's a little different when you do that, or I will kill you. It's very different for me.
Yeah.
So I totally agree that is something that is natural and is for organization, and we can change this every time. You can have your option and say, oh, I don't like this boss, so I will find another option. Oh, I don't like this politician, so I don't vote in them. So we follow this, but we can have our own option to try to change that.
Yeah, really, really nice what you said, and it's I totally agree with you. I think at some I I think it's I was thinking here because having a leader is important to organize stuff, right? And I don't know, I think it's natural to have someone, right? Like, or you are the leader and like you set some rules, or there will be someone to like guide stuff, and you are going to agree with this or not, right? I am saying, of course, in a company, this is already organized previously, right? But like if we are talking about like a random group, there's always someone who usually is the leader, and they usually organize stuff, and like the group can usually agree with this or not, right? So really good, really good. I liked it. I was thinking here of another question. How do you think the world will be like if everyone had the same power? Because I was thinking that sometimes this power comes from other stuff, such as money, like we saw on the video, right? That wealth is also power. How would it be like if everybody had the same power? Is it possible? Ayla, what do you think?
So, Bruna, I think you'll be a totally mess. I don't know, because it's difficult. There is no organization, and so you become a mess for me, because when there is no leader, or there's no rule what people follow, nothing works. Yeah. People needs to have a leader, and the leader, I say hierarchy, and in the subject now. So when there is no, oh my gosh, don't work. And in my, I use my example at my work environment. It's crazy. If you don't have, if there is no a rule, a consequence, people don't do don't do what they need to do.
Yes,
And
because yeah, we
yeah,
are talking about the rules too, right? Like we need to have some rules that are going to be written by someone or by a group who has power and like wants to keep stuff organized, right?
yeah,
Okay, go ahead, Pedro.
I think this is a dream that will never happen because, as you said, give a person power and you see the person, because the power, sorry, give the power to the person and you see the person. And the power will direct up to the head and the person chant. So if everyone has the same power, no one has power. So it's the same, it's not different. If everyone is equal, don't have power. So for example, talking about economical, we live the capitalism where people want to have more than others. They work for that and they feel that, oh, I work more, why I will have the same? So if you put in the opposite, we have the communism, when the people say, oh, don't matter what you do, don't matter what you were talking, you will receive the same. So the people chose in the past, well, we will not follow on that. We don't think this is fair. Why I will have the same that the other person if I'm not the same, I'm not doing the same? So I think people is selfish, and the person say, oh, I need more, I want more, or deserve more. So I think we never will achieve this point when everyone has the same, everyone is equal. We can increase, we can grow, we can be more mind opened. But I think the point when everyone is equal, everyone has the same, everyone has power, money, and everything equal, I think is utopic and some place that I don't believe the person is able to achieve, because the person is not bad, but it's not perfect. So
Yeah, and we were born. I agree with you about the capitalism. We were taught this way, right? If you work harder, you will achieve this. But is it really true? Like there are a lot of people working hard, really, really hard, but they don't get the same amount of money, you know. So it's like it's really, really hard. But
depends.
I totally agree with you. Yeah.
Depends where the people see the, not the force, but where they see the value. For example, I can work hard, but if the people don't care about that, I'm not working hard. Sometimes you are not working, but the people say, oh, she's good, and you have power, so you have money, so it's very different.
Good point. Good point. Good point. Yes. Very good. I loved it. I wanna, while you were saying, Pedro, you said that sometimes like being powerful can be hard, like can be complicated. And if you have a lot of power, sometimes you show who you are, just like the saying. So what do you guys think is the world's most dangerous power? The power that is really, really dangerous. And like we can talk about like dangerous in some ways, you know, but let's see. What do you think, Kyla? Kyla, are you there? Yeah.
Okay,
Number,
okay.
the world's most dangerous power. What do you think?
Which is the word most
Number
dangerous?
7, most dangerous power.
Most dangerous power.
One or more than one, you can choose.
I think most dangerous power I think is the power is know there is a balance to face it. Like I said in the first, I believe it's necessary to there is a balance, and I've heard I already heard about the theory of checks and balance. It's very common in public sector, and when there is no a balance, probably I think probably we are in I don't know. It's different. The democracy. I don't know. The totalitarian. I don't.
Totalitarianism?
Opposite the democracy.
Authoritative system?
Yeah.
Maybe, or I know, dictatorship.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's for me. I believe the most dangerous, the power is if it happens. That's happening, and there is no balance.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I was thinking of something like a person, like if you have the power of a country, or if you have like a lot of weapons, like this is really dangerous too. What do you think, Pedro?
I would say that two type of powers that I don't know if it's a power, but okay. The first one is money. I think this is power because this delivers you more options, more opportunities. So talking about here, if you was born in a rich family, you have better schools, better opportunities, better things to your life. And you can use that in two ways. Or you can improve yourself and try help others, or you can be a ass kicker, a joker, and use this to bad. And almost one use this as something bad. So they say, I have money, I can do what I want. You don't have. So I think money is one type of power that is very dangerous, can be used for good, but almost no one use that for good. No people rich use this to, oh, I have a lot of money, I will spread this. They sometimes, for example, they do ONGs, they do charity, but they do this with 10% of the money. I will give away all my money. I will improve the country. I will use this in health. I will use this for children. So money is one that the people, we are in capitalism, so okay, money. And the second is about something about the freedom. You told about, for example, authoritarianism, dictators, for example. When you don't have freedom, I think they have power about you that is too strong. So this country has a lot of weapons. So because that I can do my things, I can leave this country. Yeah, you can leave this country. Oh, so I think is too much. So I think when you have power to force the people is a little bad, is dangerous, because you can get and become a dictator like that. You say, oh, I have the money, I have the weapons, I have the exhaust, I will lead this, but no one want this. I don't care, I will lead this, and this is my country now. If you don't agree, I will kill you, I will arrest you, I will do what I want. So this is a little dangerous. And if you see in the past, almost all countries had, for example, a king, and we don't have more kings. We have, for example, in England, but the king is reign but don't govern. They don't manage. So we don't have a leader that is impositive. So they only impose something, for example, by force. So I think this is a dangerous power.
Yeah, it's interesting what you're saying, because at the same time we don't have kings anymore. We have some dictators, presidents, true. So it's kind of similar, and they are like using their force and not allowing the citizens to do what they want. In some countries, I know it works like this. So it's really hard, but I totally agree with you. Money is definitely power. I thought of adding this question here, but I think it's right? Like, money is power, and in this world, if you have power, if you have money, you are going to be powerful, and you are going to do what you want, unfortunately, right? Yeah, really hard. Do you want to add something, Pedro? No?
No.
No, it's okay. Good. Maybe we can go to the last one, number 9. Do you think, like, talking about hierarchy, do you think being in the bottom of this system or of this organization is always unpleasant? And if not, when can it be positive, like being in the bottom of the hierarchy? Would you like to start, Pedro? What do you think?
Okay, this is a little more hard. I don't know, because, for example, when you are talking about beyond the bottle, this is not always bad, but you see this as bad. So depends the way. If you are talking about power, I think everyone wants to achieve the top. So if you say about a triangle, a square, and you are you will aim the top. So when you are more in the top, you have more power, you have more options, more opportunity, more money. So yeah, I think being the bottom is something bad. Not bad, bad is not the word, but for example, talking about all who we are. I'm all a person in this world, so I'm nothing. Who I am? No one care about me. I'm totally in the bottle. No one know me. I don't have power in this world, so I'm nothing for this world. I'm all a moment for that. So who am I in the whole situation in my life? Okay, I'm the top, but when I'm talking about the for example, my family, oh, maybe I'm in the middle. I'm talking about the company, oh, I'm in the middle. I'm talking about the city, I'm in the bottom. I'm talking about the country, the world. I'm no one. I'm not in the bottom, out of in the options. So I think that we are no one.
Yes, this question is so hard. I'm sorry, I think we won't have time to answer, but maybe we can think about it. Welcome back, guys. How was the conversation, Cassiano? Good to see you with the camera open, you and Luis.
Yeah. Yes, body
For my
language is
reason,
perfect, yeah.
I confess.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Thank you. How was the talk?
Yes, it was nice. You just brought a nice topic and hard also because a lot of new words that you need to thinking about and try to explain your ideas, but it's not really really easy. And but Ricardo and Luis just said a lot of interesting things about hierarchy and power, but I just say power sometimes is bad and sometimes good. It depends of the profile each person.
Yeah, very good. What do you think about it, Luis? How was the talk for you? Thank you, Cassian. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, welcome.
It was a bit hard because there was some questions that I've never thought about, but it's very good to think about it, to rethink, and that's it. Good. Power could be good or no, but depends on the context of the situation. And the conversation was good as always.
Yeah, that's really nice. I must confess it was harder than I was expecting. I don't think this is a talk just for one meeting. Maybe we can like keep talking about that other days. And it was really good to hear that you enjoyed and it was challenging. That's good. And you, Ricardo, how was it for you?
Well, that's good. That's good. I try to explain to Jose and Luis that I think is well. It doesn't matter. I really doesn't matter regarding the video open, but sometimes it's much better because part of the communication is the body language, and sometimes is better. You could look at the eyes and interpret an expression. That's the
Yeah.
face expression is much better. But
Thank you so much. No, just to add something here, Philip took a course. He is actually taking a course, and 70, I think it's 70% of our communication is body
yeah,
languages, the gestures and everything. So it's really
there
nice.
is a
Very good.
famous book. It's called the body language, and so
Yeah.
and the others there are another skills because when I hope that everyone that participates from the talk and get the better jobs in the future, and so
Yeah.
and the part of the skills is well, when you was interviewed by a human resource, some
Yeah.
is part of the importance and improvement. So I think
Yeah. Very
but
good.
how about the power, no? I think is I don't know, but sometimes during our conversation I think I thought regarding some part of this topic, and
Mhm.
I think is at the beginning some guy uh, didn't know himself, and then during a while this guy is active more power, and well, there are some on the future, and this guy notes, well, I have a lot of power,
Yeah.
so it's possible to make a bad thing.
Yeah.
So he earn
That's true.
a lot of money using this power, and well, the situation is one of the biggest problem of our world, I think, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you so much for sharing both opinions about the camera and about the talk. I'm really glad you had a good time. Guys, I have just two quick messages.
Sure.
I sent the feedback here. The second message is if you want to get feedback of this talk, like you can take a look in our WhatsApp group. Yesterday, I sent the link to a form that we are in, like sending you a survey for you to help us to build a better community. And for that, like by the end of the forms, you can send the link of an immersion, and we are going to send a feedback of your talk, of your English and everything. So you can get some feedback from us, just answer the form and send the link of any immersion you are in the main room, please, so that we can give the feedback. Last but not least, if you want to have access to the questions previously, if you want to have classes with a tutor, material, and everything, access to the community on LinkedIn, you can go to our website, talkandtalk.com.br, and find more information there and take a look in our plans and everything. Okay, now I'm over. Thank you so much for coming, guys. Next week, we are talking about emotional intelligence. It will be a pleasure to have you here. And that's all. Have a great week. I hope to see you here at the next meeting. Okay, thank you so much.